Riviera. Riviera, the promised land. Asgard, realm of the gods. Utgard, land of the demons. Ragnarok, the war between the gods and the demon invaders, cast the world into a state of violent chaos. Overrun by demons, Asgard teetered on the brink of destruction.
Riviera should be just beyond Heaven's Gate.
Riviera.
Everything must seem new to you. Just stay out of my way.
What's that?
That horrible scent! Ein, those are demons!
Demons? It can't be.
I didn't expect to encounter demons here. So be it. We'll simply have to use our diviners.
The weapons used by Grim Angels, right?
Yes. Mine is the spear Lorelei.
And mine is the sword, Einherjar.
Two powerful weapons. Now, let's go, Ein.
So, I have to pick which items I'll use in battle?
That's right! Up to 4. You only have 2 now, though.
Wow, 4 items isn't very many.
Remember, you can't use items you haven't selected.
Got it. I better choose carefully then.
Don't fall behind. Let's go.
You haven't forgotten how to fight, right?
Select an item and then press the X button, right?
That's rather basic. Don't forget it.
Let's do it!
Wasted too much time. We must hurry. How foolish.
Huh? The enemy dropped something.
What is it? A bottle? What's inside?
It's a potion. It restores health.
Is that so? How lucky!
Just don't waste any items you find. They'll be essential to an amateur like you.
You're right. I'll use them sparingly.
Oh, by the way, you can check your items by pressing the select button.
I see. The select button, huh? I'll remember that. Why are there demons at Heaven's Gate?
Something's wrong.
Grim angels, servants of the gods.
Hector!
Report the situation.
Understood. We have encountered demons at Heaven's Gate.
As I thought. They must be under someone's command. But the god's decision is absolute. You must hurry and complete your mission.
So, to Riviera?
Yes, Riviera is the source of the problem. Truly, it seems to have become another Utgard. The ancient war must not be repeated. That is the purpose of your existence. Now, Ledar, Ein, hurry towards Riviera. In the name of the gods, protect this world.
I understand, Hector.
Once you pass Heaven's Gate, you will be on your own. I will no longer be able to contact you. I entrust you with this task.
As you wish.
Was that an illusion?
That was Hector, one of the 7 Magi. He ordered us here. It's the duty of the Grim Angels to defeat demons.
Seems like Riviera is turning into Utgard. What's going on at Heaven's Gate?
It's our duty to find that out.
Hey, Ein, is this place filled with demons?
I don't know. I guess so.
We can't afford to waste too much time here. Let's hurry, Ein.
All right. Heaven's Gate. So much blood has been shed here. Even so, is history bound to repeat itself? All for the sake of Asgard.
More demons!
What are you going to do?
Me? I don't know. Here we go!
The enemy is enraged about their fallen comrade. They are weak, but don't let your guard down.
Gotcha.
Here they come!
Let's do it!
I'll break you all! Devastator! Ah!
They're pretty tough.
Are you okay?
Einherjar is the only weapon I need.
Wait. Attacking isn't the only option in battle. Think about what you must do in order to win. Treat your wounds. We can't carry out our mission dead.
Ein, use the potion!
That's a good idea. It restores health, right? I feel much better now. Wow, that was great.
Not all items are used for attacking. You can use some to produce unique effects. Get it?
Not exactly.
I knew it. Well, pay attention. Press the R button when you're selecting an item. You'll be able to see more information on it.
R button. I'll remember that.
wasted too much time. We must hurry. How foolish. Weaklings. They have no chance against us.
But good thing I had that potion. With that and my diviner, I'm unbeatable.
Ignorance really is bliss. You don't know anything, do you?
Huh?
Look, the number of times an item can be used is limited.
That's not true. My diviner, Einherjar, can be used over and over.
That's because it's special. Ladaw's Lorelei, too. You saw numbers when you selected the potion, right?
Potion times 03. What about it?
That 03 tells how long the item will last.
So if I use the potion 3 times, it'll be gone?
Bingo! But you just used it, so you don't even have 3 uses remaining.
So I better use my items more carefully from now on.
Exactly.
Where are you going? Have you given up?
No, just ran into a dead end. I was wondering if there was another path.
Aren't you being a bit hasty?
Hasty?
I'll show you how to look more carefully. Let's go back.
Okay.
All right, I'll teach you how to look around.
I'm ready when you are.
First, look at the bottom right of the screen.
It says move.
That's right. Move. That means we're in move mode.
Move mode?
In move mode, you can move from place to place.
I see.
But you can't examine anything in move mode.
Then what do I do?
Try pressing the X button.
The X button? Okay. I pressed the X button.
Now look at the bottom right of the screen.
It says look.
Uh-huh. That means we're in look mode.
Look mode?
When you want to look around the room, press the X button to switch to look mode.
So the X button is used to switch modes.
Keep that in mind.
So what next?
Look mode differs from move mode. When the trigger icon appears, press the directional buttons.
The trigger icon?
It'll be displayed in the middle of the screen. By pressing the directional buttons, you'll be able to look around the room.
I don't really get it, but it sounds useful.
You'll get used to it. All right, go ahead and try it out.
So press the directional buttons when the icon appears. There's a ledge below. We can drop down from here.
See? Looking around can lead to new discoveries.
Yeah, you're right.
You won't notice these things just walking around.
I'll make a habit of looking around.
Oh, but there's something I forgot to tell you.
What's that?
Every time you use the trigger in look mode, you lose 1 trigger point.
What's a trigger point?
How should I explain? Well, just remember you'll need them to look around. If you don't have any, then you can't look around.
How am I supposed to know if I have any or not?
In look mode, trigger points is shown at the top of the screen. Why don't you check it out?
Is there any way to get more trigger points?
You can earn more by defeating enemies and by getting a good score in battle.
I better take battle more seriously then.
You found drop down by looking at the cliff. When you look around and discover new paths, new move triggers will appear.
I get it now. Of course, it helped that I just found a new path.
So you shouldn't just give up at dead ends.
By the way, does moving require trigger points too?
Nope. Only look mode.
Alright then.
Some triggers don't require trigger points either.
That's confusing.
You'll be able to tell. Red icons require trigger points, while white ones don't.
So, I should watch for red trigger icons.
Yup.
Once we drop down, there's no coming back.
That took a while.
Sorry. I know we're in a hurry. Did this place used to be a temple? Heaven's Gate just keeps getting more interesting.
Make sure you check stuff like this in look mode. Wow, you actually listen to me for a change.
I always listen to you.
Yeah, right. All right, let's open it.
Should I open it? Okay. Potions! These'll come in handy.
So, we made it this far. How much further to Riviera? I'm kinda worried.
You die here!
Demons again! Go get 'em, wingless angel!
Stop saying that. I wouldn't have my diviner if I hadn't.
Enough chatter. For now, practice using normal skills.
Normal skills?
There are two types of skills, normal and over. Over skills are stronger, but, you don't know any over skills, do you?
What about Slash?
That's a normal skill. You need experience to learn an over skill
How do you earn experience?
by using normal skills.
So if I want to learn an over skill,
Fight more battles. Now, let's go.
all right. Let's do it! All right, time to learn an over skill.
Go, Ein! Take this!
Rage!
So, when do I get to learn an over skill?
Check the top of the item window. There should be a meter there.
What's it for?
It's your experience meter. It increases every time you use a normal skill. When it's full, you'll learn a new skill after the battle.
I see. It looks like it's getting there.
One more time will do it.
What happens if I run away? Not that I would.
Then, all your hard work will be for nothing. Comprende?
So, I have to fight.
That's Right. Now, get out there and do it!
All right.
I'll cut you in half! Carnage drive!
My overskill is execution level. Ultimate power in exchange for the overdrive meter. Feel the true power of my diviner. Sins shall be purged. Lost Seraph! Pay for your sins with death. Judgment has been passed.
All right. I learned the overskill double slash.
You did it, Ein!
When you learn a new skill, your stats will also increase.
I didn't know that.
You're kinda weak, so keep at it.
All right. Next is Lorelei.
It's useless. No matter how hard you try, you won't be able to master an overskill.
Why's that?
Look, it depends on the user and the item. Not everyone can learn a skill with every item.
How do you know?
Check to see if there's a meter or not.
Oh, I see.
Remember to check any new items you get. Did a pillar fall? This place is dangerous.
A rock. Maybe it'll come in handy.
This is pretty rough terrain. Being an angel, walking must wear you out.
Not really. I'm used to it.
What? But you're an angel.
True, but in return for my diviner, I lost my wings.
So that's why you're wingless. Then what did Lada lose? Never mind.
It's the sacred scale that supports Heaven's Gate. To think I would come to Riviera like this. How ironic.
Lada?
Don't mind me. We must hurry, Ein.
This way looks pretty hopeless.
Yeah.
thought sprites only live in Riviera.
Huh? Do you know something, Lada?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Where are we?
Looks like there's a cavern up ahead.
Man, Heaven's Gate is bigger than I thought.
If only that was our greatest worry.
What you mean?
You'll see.
Now we've got to climb all these?
Looks like there's no other way.
Oh well, let's get on with it. It keeps going up, like a staircase.
But I'd hardly call it a path.
The path to Riviera seems to be in disrepair.
Higher and higher. I'm starting to feel faint.
If you're just gonna complain, why'd you come?
I'm your familiar. I go where you go. Besides, without me, you're hopeless.
Yeah, whatever.
Who do we have here?
More demons.
Whoa! Hey, Ein!
Don't worry, I'll use my overskill.
There's one thing I forgot to mention. You must fill your overdrive meter first.
Overdrive meter?
You know, where it says overdrive?
Oh, that.
Your overskill is level 1, so you only need to build the meter to the first tier.
So I can't just use it whenever I want?
I'm afraid not.
Man, way to burst my bubble.
Also, the meter is shared, so don't be selfish.
It builds as we are hit and as we hit our foes. Don't hesitate to use it. It'll be wasted if we lose.
I'll definitely use it when I get the chance.
Show them the power of the Grim Angel, Ein.
How do you use overskills?
Press the left button.
Left, you say?
There's a left arrow next to items allowing overskills. So, I think even you can figure it out.
Death to all sinners.
How's that, Rose? Impressed?
Don't let it go to your head, pal. I'll break you all! Devastator!
overskills deplete the meter.
Yep. The higher the level, the more the meter drops.
My overskill only lowers it one tier, right?
And in my case, the meter completely shatters.
That's because your skill is execution level.
The path still continues upward.
Yeah, but here it's not as steep. That's a relief, since we don't have much choice.
Very true.
We can enter the cavern from here, but who knows what's inside? You still wanna go?
Of course, it's our duty.
Just thought I'd ask.
What's that?
A spider!
What should we do?
Throw that rock you picked up.
All right.
Where were you aiming? That was nowhere near the spider.
The enemy has noticed us. It doesn't matter now. I intended to defeat them anyways.
Death to all sinners.
a whole lot easier. If you just hit it.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
It's actually pretty bright in here.
Thanks to the walls crumbling.
We're almost there, aren't we?
I think so.
Don't relax just yet. Stay alert.
Sunlight is sifting through the holes.
It's beautiful, but also sad. More climbing? Must still have a ways to go.
One slip and it's so long, sucker.
There you are. Get ready!
Looks like there's no escaping.
I guess we'll have to fight.
Death to all sinners. Crimson flames of judgment! Lost Seraph! Sins shall be purged! Lost Seraph! For your sins with death. Judgment has been passed.
We did it!
There's no time to lose. We have to actuate the retribution.
The retribution?
The ancient power must be awakened to save Asgard. But Riviera might be destroyed in the process.
It's that powerful?
I don't know for sure, but
But if we do nothing, Asgard will be overrun by demons.
Really? So, we destroy the demons along with Riviera?
Lada, isn't there some way to save Riviera too?
Fine, why don't you just accept the inevitable? It is a small price to pay. After all, Riviera is simply Utgard. You know that it was renamed after Ragnarok.
But now it's peaceful. The sprites are no threat. How can we just...
Talk is cheap. You forget that sprites once served demons, and they resided in ancient Utgard. I could care less about your opinion of them. Our duty as Grim Angels is to defend Asgard, is it not?
Yeah, I know.
Destroyed the same way. Suspicious.
The light is coming through and... Lada, let's search the ground. Maybe the light will give us a clue.
I see. Well, it's worth a try. There's only one place the light doesn't shine.
Check it out.
Grim Angels, servants of the gods.
Hector!
Report the situation.
Currently, we are moving through the Cavern of Judgment.
I see. We have little time. Riviera may have already reverted to Utgard. At this rate, another Ragnarok is inevitable. Hurry, Grim Angels. Hector, what are you hesitating for? No one asked you to think. You need only follow the orders of the Magi. Now finish your task.
I concentrate on completing the mission. We must fulfill our duty. Got it?
Okay. The step looks like it's going to crumble. What should I do? Shoot!
What did you do that for, Ein?
You might want to worry about that boulder first. Do as I say, and stay calm. We did it!
Phew.
None of this would have happened if you hadn't been so hasty.
Another dead end. Is there another way? There's a sword stuck in the ground.
It's probably some sort of trap.
Should I pull it out? I'll give it a try. I got it!
Now you've got a new weapon. assumed you took my advice.
Yeah, whatever.
That sword is known as the Dragon Killer.
We're at the top. It's a long way down. A boulder hanging from a chain.
Once we jump off, we won't be coming back.
Let's make sure we're ready then. Why was a sword here? A boulder hanging from a chain. Phew, a safe landing. I hope those chains are as strong as they look. What was that?
It seems we're being taken to the bottom.
Should we ride it all the way down?
Why not? It must lead somewhere, right? Ein, a demon!
Leave it to me. Let's do it!
Burn in the crimson flames of judgment! Lost Seraph! My sins shall be purged! Lost Seraph! So be it.
Victory! All right, we did it!
Oh, we're still descending. What should we do? I see a ledge below.
Do you think we can make it? All right, let's jump. looks like a palace.
Well, it was a palace. Long ago.
Its gate has fallen to pieces.
Even the palace is in shambles.
That's the fate of all material things.
I know, but still.
Save your sentiments for later.
A chest. Should I open it? What's inside? This statue has an ornament on it.
Maybe all of them did.
Which means...
Not many demons have been here. It's well hidden.
So is that why it hasn't been ransacked?
That's right.
I have no interest in ancient ruins.
Duh.
Aren't you the least bit curious?
Angels, what are you doing here?
Enough talk. Are you ready, Ein?
Let's go. Let's do it!
Crimson flames of judgment! Lost Seraph! Sins shall be purged! Lost Seraph!
Victory! All right, we did it!